Bo, go ahead. Give your question. Hold on, Plex. Go ahead, Bo.
The thing that was fascinating to me, and I feel like it's kind of been lost in this whole story, is Jerry Jones told the media that he thought he had worked out a deal with Micah Parsons.
And that they shook hands on it.
They shook hands, or they had an understanding or everything, and then he went to his agent.
Looked him in the eye.
Yeah.
And for all three of you guys, as players, would you not want to talk to the owner of your team, especially during contract negotiations, without your agent present?
He sounds senile.
Isn't it kind of like
that sounds like a senile person? If you're saying we did a deal and we shook hands, even if I looked at you and said, this is, you know what, Jerry, and yes, there's no problem having conversations with the owner of the team. You can build relationships and you can have conversation, but the bottom line is that you're not signing a deal without your team looking at it and dictating the language and making sure everything is what it is. So why should the player do that? Don't act as though you're shaking his hand. We got a deal and the deal is done. No, tomorrow, even though it says legally speaking, if a deal is done that way, it is a legally binding deal. A handshake deal is a legally binding deal, but it's still the proof. There's still the burden of proof to prove that this is what happened. We don't need to talk about contracts getting effed up with me, because I'll freaking lose it telling y'all about having a relationship with the owner and being in cahoots with the owner and doing things to get under the salary cap for the ownership to be able to keep players so that we can try to win and bring other players in so we can win. And in the end, because we rushed to get it done, to get under the cap, they missed something in one of the paragraphs with a bonus that was over $6 million, and that man stood on business and said, "You ain't getting it. It's not going in the contract," and that was with the agents being involved. Because the contract got certified, signed, they're looking at it like, let the legal teams handle it. You and I, we're good. No, we're not. You took my annual average down by like $10 million. We're not good. So no, you don't do deals. You don't get too deep into the minutia, into the conversations with ownership, because that's not your job. That's not your job. What you got?
I got a quick question. Did that feel getting that all out?
No, I mean, I've gotten it out.
Feels like a real personal spot there.
Well, here's the thing. Micah Parsons is one of my guys. That's one of my guys. So he's got to deal with public scrutiny. He's got to deal with, which I don't care about the public scrutiny. Like,
I think everyone, even people at home, can understand getting screwed by like a higher management 100%. Or a boss. Like, this is a very relatable story.